you're now the host of The Soup.
Ronnie, hello.
That's like an E staple.
Yeah.
What are your other slashes, though?
You know, I'm a comic, I'm an actor, I'm a writer sometimes. I'm a yoga enthusiast. I love to paddleboard, and a dog owner also, Cheryl. She smokes Virginia Slims, yeah.
Actually, before we do anything, we've got, I want to shout out our engineer, Jeff. Jeff and I were talking prior to this episode, and we wanted to see who your doppelganger is. So we have a couple of nominees. Jeff, how you doing? How you doing over there in the studio?
I'm good, man. I'm on the edge of my seat. Jade, it's great to have you.
Oh, hey, Jeff, what's up?
Yes, like we know Jade is funny, but like, you know, physicality is a big thing on social media. Everyone like judges, right?
Right.
You know. Jeff, who do you, let's have you nominate. Who do you nominate as Jade's doppelganger?
So
Before we start the show.
This isn't offensive. This is purely physical appearance. I know you're a reality TV fan. Do you ever get Sheena from Vanderpump Rules?
Oh my God, I'm actually friends with her. She just texted me today.
I love it. We've actually done a lot with Sheena here at the network.
Yeah,
so we're
she's
fans.
great. I just did her podcast.
Shenanigans, right?
Yeah, Shenanigans,
Yep.
and we
Okay,
both
love
love
it.
White Claws, and I'll take it. She's
Okay.
hot.
I was like, this is so hot. He is literally the handiest person I know. It's so sexy.
Can I talk about Sheena for 2 seconds? Why she's absolutely reality TV gold.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And without I'm a Sheena stan, so this is not negative, but I think you have to believe your own hype in such a way, almost in a delusional way, and Sheena gives it to you, and she gives it to you good each and every episode.
I think there's something to that.
I'm
I think there is
obsessed.
something to that, to
Yeah.
like delusional confidence. Like you need to believe in yourself so intensely because people knock you down so much every day.
Yes.
I didn't watch the show a lot before I met her, which I'm glad because everyone's like, you're friends with her? And I'm like, yeah, what? Why?
We love that you got this show, but also like, what do you think that made you like special for the show? Like, why were you the right fit? Obviously, you wanted to because you worked at this.
Man, you know, I think that they realized I was such a big fan, and it was coming from not only like a comics perspective, but someone who really loved this stuff and really knew this stuff. Like, I think they wanted it to kind of feel like an insider talking about it versus like just a comic making jokes about it, you know? So I'd be doing it anyway. The fact that they were paying me for it is unbelievable.
And you tell me about some of the shows that you're now sort of watching that you may have not known about. Now that this is your job, is there any new like shows that you're like, damn, I didn't know it was this funny, or I didn't know that it was this trashy or whatever?
Well, one of the writers on the show, Justine Marino's one of my best friends. We've been doing comedy together forever. She's gotten me really hooked onto like the Lifetime and Hallmark movies, which have been gold. Oh my God, there's a new Vivica A. Fox thing that we played a couple episodes ago, and then Freeform and CW have been kind of like things that I've been checking out that I hadn't before.
CW will get you.
I mean, Riverdale.
Because I'm not going to do a Flash. I'm not going to do but I'm going to do a Riverdale.
They're all so attractive.
You know, and I understand I'm almost 40 years old and I'm washed up. I get all that. But let me tell you one thing. I could watch a Riverdale. I could even watch a Katie Keene. Let me just put it all on the table.
Katie Keene, I really like it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love it.
Are we the only two people? Well, I don't know. I'm sure.
We are
We're
not.
the only two people that are adults.
No, well, my researchers also have to watch it. So.
I like Katie Keene.
Me too. I like it too. It's cute.
No problem with it.
I like how colorful it is. Like, I'm just so
well, yeah,
drawn to it.
because you and I both have lived in New York, and it's like, that is not the Gotham we know.
No, I love how.
And then I love how they're supposed to be like still new and like nothing's going for them. Yet when they hit the town, like no,
and they live in friends' apartments.
They're
You know, like they're so
fashion
nice.
forward.
Yeah.
It's crap. No, but I love it. We're gonna do a segment now.
Okay.
We're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
You know, there was a TV show once called That's So Raven. We're going to call you
gosh.
That's So Jaded. So we're going to do That's So Jaded. And for our people on iTunes that aren't checking us out on YouTube, we'll have Jade describe what photo we're going to call out. We're gonna post it, and these are from her social, and she's just got to give us a little tidbit or some kind of funny anecdote about why she posted it. This was on the press run for this show, The Soup.
This is one of the best moments of my life.
Why don't you talk about her a little bit?
I love Teresa. I think she's just so strong-willed, and she's been through so much publicly. But yeah, I just love seeing her triumph over all the bullshit that she's been through and all the turmoil and how public it's all been. And she's just rising to the top. So it's cool.
In the current season, I do want her to be with the pool guy.
Oh my God, everybody wants her to be
I just
with
think
the pool guy.
the way that sounds just is perfect. Like,
she deserves a little nookie after everything that happened, you know?
I like her. I still think my favorite cast member is not her on that
Who was
show.
it? Were you going to say Carol?
Well, no, I'm talking about of this new season.
Oh, who do you like?
I like Melissa. I like Melissa and Joe.
Melissa's
I want
great.
them to have a spin-off. I like a couple that really still enjoys having
she's
sex
not-
with each other.
She's not
I
as
love it.
exciting as Teresa on the show. You know, the stuff she says.
I don't know.
I just
Okay,
think,
so this is. I remember watching Teresa on The Apprentice, and
Yeah.
Remember how they make the joke that Teresa will hear something and it'll take about like 2 minutes to process.
For her to process it, yeah.
When I watched her on The Apprentice, I think it was like the Aubrey O'Day season. I'm a big Aubrey O'Day fan. I was like, oh, this Teresa, she just don't got it together. So I always have a hard time loving Teresa like the Tree fans, but I get that she's so important. She built the show, you know.
Yeah, I think she built the show. I don't know. It's just, again, it's like going through something so public with your family and like being where she is now. I'm proud of her. Like, I feel like I know her.
Let's go to the next one. I think we're gonna take a trip down memory lane.
Oh, my favorite, my penis haircut. Yeah, so this is me wearing what looks like to be a tiny jailbird shirt.
And she really tweeted that, or you Instagrammed that.
Yeah,
you really wrote,
this is a photo of me
That's a
from
nice-
my passport.
That's a nice helmet.
From when I moved, when I was like, I think it was like one of my first passports. Oh no, you know what this is? This is my photo from my pool. Like I had a pool ID because we used to go to like a local pool in Brazil, Açaí Club. And yeah, tiny.
Oh, I see the numbers. Yeah,
Yeah,
12, 12.
and when I was really young, I cut my hair, my own bangs like this, like really close, to, the tiny bangs.
Yeah.
And so my
'Cause
mom
why
cut
not?
it even to even it out, and then it just grew out like that. So it just always looked like I was just like a penis at all times.
Let's take a look at the next photo. This looks like earlier on stand-up. Look, giving me a little Whitney Cummings vibe,
Oh
actually.
my God, I get that so much
That's
too.
in this picture. You know, I'm obsessed with her new podcast.
Oh, good.
It's called Good. Good for you. I think
Oh,
it's called.
good.
Yeah. Tell me about these days of stand-up. You said 13 years you've been sort of doing it.
Yeah, I've been doing it full time. I had my 12-year anniversary actually just a few weeks ago, which was exciting. Like as the second episode came out, I had my anniversary.
Was it your idea to do stand-up, or was it like? Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I came out here and I got a job at National Lampoon, and one of the guys there, Sandy Danto, was like, "You should come to the Comedy Store." I was like, "I'd rather kill a baby." And then I saw people do stand-up, and I was like, "Oh, I think I can do this." And I got a job bartending there right away.
Okay.
And then just grinded it out.
So you're bartending, you see people bombing. You're like, I'm kind of witty. Yeah.
I'm like, I can do this.
I give you guys a lot of credit because, like, to me, comedy is like, I think maybe once in my life I've been like, maybe try it.
Why not? You already have like that. You already have, you're on your feet. You're quick on your feet. Like,
Oh, yes. I mean, I'm amazing. We get that part. But just like what I'm saying is I give such respect for the comics.
thank you.
Like I'm always like, I don't have a drug habit, but I feel like I would.
I feel like it is my drug habit. Stand up. It's very addicting.
Wow,
like,
flip that on my ass.
But
Gotcha.
it is because it's it's become kind of therapeutic for me. So when I don't do it, like you can tell when I'm on stage, I kind of can lose myself in a way that I can't do with anything else. I'm not worried about where my hands are or if I look good or if things are in place or if I can say the thing I'm saying. Like I can just say whatever the fuck I want. And oops, sorry, can I say want?
You can't say. Is that spelled with a W?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
We don't use W around here.
So yeah, I really love it, and I'm so grateful for it because all those years of not booking stuff, it was like my only way to be creative.
Let's go to the next picture. I love
this.
I love this photo. Yes.
Michelle is one of my dearest friends, and she's been at this for a fucking long time. She's one of the best people I've ever worked with. Nobody is as like fast as she is on the spot. And
did you see her? Oh God, let's talk about some clips. We're talking about clip recap. When she was on Watch What Happens Live with Dwayne Wade, was one of the funniest things.
Yes.
Well, except for he had the audacity to touch her hair, but I mean, outside of that, it was like, I was like, and she was hitting home runs with her jokes. I was like, Michelle,
she's like that. She's just fast like that on her feet. Good things happen to good people who grind.
Yeah.
I really believe that, and she's one of those people, and she's really been there for me throughout the years. So
let's take a look at another photo. Speaking on comedy here.
oh my gosh, this photo is so old. Smiling so big with Bobby Lee. This is one of my first times I ever went on the road. I think it's at the Ontario Improv or Irvine, one of those. And Bobby Lee was actually the first big comedian to ever take me on the road. And I was on the road with him for almost 7 years. And yeah, so this is one of our first road gigs together.
And that means a lot though too, because you have to have somebody sort of believe in you sometimes. Like it's good for affirmation.
No, it is. He
You
was a
think
mentor.
he was an early one?
Oh yeah, he was the first one.
Others might have been sleeping on you, and he
was the first one. He gave me so many chances. He puts me on his podcast all the time. And Bobby just sticks his finger out the window and just like, ha ha, laughing at me. You remember this?
Yeah.
Like I learned so much of like who I want to be as a headliner from him, and just like how he approaches people, and like, and God, I love him. I get a little emotional when I think about it.
Let's do one more photo. This is in your Dua Lipa vibes. This is Dua Peep right here. For our
is me.
iTunes people, she's sprawled. And she's
I'm crawling. I'm crawling.
Crawling, yeah.
There's a mirror underneath me, and I'm covered in silver dots, and that's it. I don't have any other clothes on.
So is this Wednesday night?
Yeah, I just like to cover myself in dots and
This
pose.
was after she watched The Bachelor on DVR.
I was like, my turn. This is my artist friend, Kai Ahrens. He does a lot of posters. He's really good friends with Jeff Ross, and he's incredible. And he did a series with dots, and I was one of the series. And one of the pieces actually got sold, so it was really exciting. Now some guy owns a piece of me just totally nude and covered in dots in his living room, which is totally normal.
Yeah.
Before I really was booking any work, I kept busy always doing a photo shoot every week. It was like just a creative way to kind of get in front of the camera and like learn how to use my body. And
and you keep talking about the same thing. So instead of getting down and out, things weren't going good for you. You're just like, boom, I got to go do stand-up.
I got to keep moving.
I got to do photo because I got to like have the creative. So that maybe was a big aspect of why you've done well.
That's my advice to
going.
people.
Yeah,
That's advice. When people like, I didn't get this one. Move forward. Keep moving. Like keep moving. Keep making stuff. That's my advice.
Any last words for you, Jade? Sorry, I could talk to you about all the. I
No,
talked to you
I
about
love
like
you.
you're like goofy, which is fun. But I'm also like, when were you down?
Yeah, you're like, hey,
when
talk
were you
to me about
depressed,
it.
lady?
I'm like this morning.
So that's just me. That's what I'm curious to know because I feel like the funny people, like a Whitney Cummings, like y'all are so bam, like you guys go shine and rock it out. Like now this show, you have to have like tough skin and everything. But I'm like, okay, like she's a human though too. Like I can't actually throw soup at her, you guys.
Do it.
So that's what I wanted to know.
Thank you for having me on.
Last words, last thoughts. What do you want to do?
I am on a tour right now called the Tiny Head Tour because Bobby Lee says I have a tiny head. He's right. And I'm like all over the United States and some other countries coming up until August. So please check out my website, JadeCattaPreta.com for all the tour dates. And yeah, follow me on all the social media so you can stalk me and I can stalk you. Thank you for having me.